So before we get into this video, guys, I got to say sorry. My program that I record videos from PS4 has broken in the final stage of the race. I'm so sorry about that. I hope it's not gonna happen again, but let's just go into the video. So here we are, guys. Welcome to the brand new episode of the F1 2016 career mode. We're here in Azerbaijan for a brand new race, a brand new track. Don't know how well will it fit me. We'll see that very soon. Let's just go into practice now and hope for a good run into the tests. So yeah, let's get into it. So we've done perfect track acclimatization tests and really waiting for qualifying pace test and tire management test. So let's go to the tire management test. So here we are on the tire management test. We are not looking very good in terms of timing because this lap has been a little bit but the tire was pretty okay, and we bumped into the wall, and that's our car done. And that quietly is our practice done. Oh no, let's see that cross again, because this section is very hard. Just to let you know, there you go, I turned it not that much as I needed to do, and that's gonna put us out of the qualifying of practice session. Not the best start into this weekend, but need to get used to that, because we have to be as careful as possible. But it's just practice. Let's hope that this doesn't happen in the race or qualifying. So it's going to qualifying.
Circuit has rubbed in with practice, but this is still going to be a difficult session for our drivers as they fight for pole position. Welcome to qualifying here in Azerbaijan. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce
what
as
about
possible,
tradition?
hang on
It
into
is
the corners and max out
the
down
first
the
time we drive this
the teams
circuit,
will have arrived with all
he talks
manner
about
of parts
tradition.
designed to capitalise on the
Crofty,
long straights.
what the
cars will
actual
be that much
fuck?
harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
Anyways, here we are in the qualifying session of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, or different elections, the European Grand Prix. So let's get into it, show you my best lap, and hope, yeah, we're gonna do pretty well. So here we go through this section, how we're gonna get it well perfectly lined up there. Now through this section we are doing pretty smoothly this lap, we've improved a lot, and now through the start finish straight, the biggest straight in F1 so far in the calendar. Let's see where we're going to end up. We're going to open the gears. It's pretty long. 2 seconds behind, and we're 2.8 seconds behind the pole. The Pullman Hamilton is going to be P22.
From Ayrton Senna's famous Donington win in 1993 to Stewart Grand Prix's only victory with Johnny Herbert at the Nürburgring, the European Grand Prix has some special entries into the Motorsport Hall of Fame. But it's time now to create new legends and new memories here on the shores of the Caspian Sea. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Anthony Davidson joins me today as we look ahead to something just a little bit different. It's quite high speed for a street circuit here, isn't it? Do you think that's going to throw up any unexpected situations?
Well, as long as the teams can keep everything cool, I don't foresee any particular big issues from a technical side of things. I do expect the track to be quite slippery though. We've not exactly had much chance to rubber in the surface. Any street circuit also comes with its own challenges, so I think we'll be seeing a few mistakes here and there. The smart strategy would be to expect a safety car, I think, especially early on when the pack is bunched up.
Great starting position for us. Let's see if we can improve on that in the race.
I think that my team engineer is drunk. We start for P22 here in Azerbaijan. It's actually sadly disappointing that we just couldn't improve. We improved, but P22, I think that this is not going to be a good track for me, even in this season, with the next seasons, unless the car is going to be very fast, then we could be in the middle. But that's another story. We're still too far ahead actually. But race strategy, we're gonna do one stop. We're gonna start on the softs. Hope that's gonna help us a lot, and then we're gonna pit for the super softs for the last stint of the race. So let's get into it. Go into the formation lap, try and warm those tires, and yeah, just hope for a good start, because that's the only thing that I can hope for. Ready for the formation laps of the P22, guys. Absolutely very bad, but we can't do anything about it. It's just pure luck, you know. Man, let's go very slow. So there we go for the start, and ready for those 5 red lights to go off. And they are off now, and we'll release the clutch there. Pretty good launching. Nasser gets off to a terrible start as he just leaves ahead the remaining of the field, going down the inside there from McLaren. Jason Bannerman, he gets us around the outside. A very good move there from the British, but we're gonna go down the inside of him and Marcus Ericsson. Brilliant move there down the inside of him, and Marcus gonna go side by side with Marcus Ericsson with his Ferrari engine, and we are just going to get in there, and this is going to put us up into P13. We are gonna try and overtake Nico Hulkenberg, possibly. Then there you go, down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg we go. We'll try and squeeze him. No, he gets a better exit there, and he is going to get us. We're gonna go. Oh no, we locked up, and we knocked our front right wheel. Now that's gonna put us out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Let's see that from another replay there. I think. Okay, wait for it. Like. Okay, we hit the hole here, we just lose our front wing, and then we just hit it again. But how did that happen? Did someone hit me in the back? No, Ericsson didn't hit me. We bump again, and then we lose our wheel. So I have to see it from a different clip, a different camera, because we just seem to lose traction when we bump off the wall. Okay, there we go. That's a good camera. So we bump, we lose our front wing, then our rear wheels bump, and that puts us off track there, and that's why we lost our front right wheel. Very interesting there, like pretty strange situation, you know. It just wasn't the day to keep that race on. Pretty unlucky, yeah. There we go, out of the car. This really wasn't the day for us, like, no. So now driver standings are standing like this. We're still in 10th position, but some crucial points, after like 4 or 5 points, would have put us up into 8th place or 9th place, but it just wasn't for us today. Kevin once again just couldn't score points. Constructor standings, of course, we're still in 7th team, but this really wasn't the day. Of course, I'm not gonna leave you like that. Let's go into Austria, and go into Austria and hope that we can do much better, because that was a dreadful performance here in the European Grand Prix. Now we're ready to move on. We're still here in Azerbaijan, for anyone wondering. After a terrible race here, it just was another day. We made contact with the wall, then our rear made contact with the wall also, and that spun us out, and we crossed our front rear wheel. So that was our race done there, but we're gonna go now into a laptop. We gained as many resource points as we needed to do a very crucial upgrade, to do an upgrade, and I think it's going to help us a lot. Is a downforce upgrade. I hope it's gonna be good, but then I'm thinking about upgrading the chassis again, or even the engine, so we'll have to look about that. Let's go into practice now for the Austrian Grand Prix. So yeah, let's get into it and do our tests. So now we're here, we've done all the tests, we've done the absolute perfect here in Austria. Perfect acclimatization test, time management, we have finally completed it, and would you believe it, qualifying pace was perfect, so accept me to be very good here in Austria.
Joining us on this Saturday afternoon, where qualifying is about to start here in Austria. So sit back and enjoy the afternoon session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
So here we are, guys, qualifying session of the Austria Grand Prix. The qualifying pace test was perfect, as I showed you in the practice session, so we should accept something like a P11 or P9 for today's race. So let's just get into it. Very excited to see what lap time we're gonna set. It's the third sector, guys. This is my fastest lap time. We need P9 for anyone wondering from another lap, but this is my most improved lap. I improved more and more and more. And this is the most improved lap for anyone wondering. So yeah, going after the last section of corners, I've literally felt that the car was flying. The car is like flying through that section. We're going very fast, like everything is gonna perfect, and it's going to be P9 for the Austria Grand Prix, our best qualifying session ever after a worst race.
Austria, traditional home of many great things. Apple strudel, Mozart, Niki Lauda, oh, and of course, one of the finest high-speed racetracks on the planet. We're right in the thick of the season now, and the championship battle is hotting up. But if there's any race that stands to rip up the form book, it's this one. The Red Bull Ring then, 700 metres above sea level. This tough circuit may only have 9 corners, but they're fast and they're bumpy. It's a true test for any racing driver. We have 2 DRS zones, and watch out for overtakes into turn 2 as the uphill entry helps those trying to be the last of the late breakers steam up the inside. Anthony Davidson joins me to talk you through the action here today at what is quite an unusual racetrack, wouldn't you say, Ant?
Yeah, it's quite an odd layout around here. The thing about Austria is that it's a harder circuit to master than what really meets the eye. On top of that, it's a low grip surface, and that means that your small mistakes end up being punished, and it's very easy to slide wide into the runoff area and lose a huge chunk of time. Luckily, because it's such a short circuit though, you have plenty of opportunities to perfect the lap.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. It was a good showing from Red Bull in qualifying, and Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Vettel, Nico Rosberg, and Raikkonen, Massa, Bottas, Renault, and Fernando Alonso, Magnussen, Kvyat, Carlos Sainz, and Perez, Button, Hülkenberg, Esteban Gutierrez, and Roman Grosjean. Nasser and Wehrlein, Marcus Ericsson and Rio Haryanto completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So guys, I never really thought that second would suit me. I remember back in F1 2015, it really didn't suit me. Like, back in Kimi Raikkonen, nothing good happened. It was a pretty moderate race, but also in the Nico Hülkenberg, but I don't know how it suited me. Like, top 10 qualifying positions in the Renault, it's something you don't see very often, and the car is still not at its best. We got a lot of work to do until next season, so accept me to win a race next season. Yes, I'm telling it, we're gonna win a race next season, but strategy starts like this. We're on the ultra soft, which is our qualifying tire qualifying lap, then we go on the soft, and then on the super soft for our last stint. But it said that it would rain in the last laps of the race, so that could change a little bit the strategy, and we can change it from good to bad or from good to better. You know the situation. Well, we just start the formation lap. We're just behind the Williams, the Ferraris, the Red Bulls, the Mercedes, the top teams. We are the 5th fastest team in this race. So except the finishing, a point finishing performance. Start of the race, guys. It's gonna be now 5 lights. We hold the clads, and it's time for lights out here. We get off to a good start as Boss the Finns did get off to a good start. Boss Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas. So we're gonna brake as early as possible there, because we mustn't brake too early there. We pass the 2 Finns, up into P7 we go. And now there's a big battle between the Ferrari of Vettel, Rosberg, and now the Williams of Massa goes down the inside of Rosberg. We're gonna try to possibly get them down the inside there, down the inside of Massa, and from Nico Rosberg up into P5 we go, guys. That's a dreaming start to the Austrian Grand Prix now. Let's go and get Vettel as soon as the tires are good now. The tires are good. So we're already up into P4, and now we're on the hands for podium positions, and now we're going down the inside of Sebastian Vettel, and we're now up into P3, guys. And that's now podium finish with the Renault. What are we doing here? We're writing history. Into the pits now we're going in lap 5. Those ultra soft tires didn't last for that long. Just to the speed limiter there on the 80 kilometers, but those tires didn't last for too long. And we're gonna go now on the soft tires for a long stint there. So yeah, let's see what we can do about that. I hope that we can hold it until the timing if the rain is gonna go down. So we are in the penultimate position at the moment, but of course everyone has to do it visible. We've got a huge train of cars ahead of us, so let's go and overtake them. It is just fair racing, guys. We're overtaking Ericsson, and Massa is also closing on him, but you know, we're on wide as we're pushing a lot in order to overtake those slower cars, including Haryanto, P15. Now it's time for Verline. We're gonna go down the inside of him. We get him. As he was trying to overtake Roman Grosjean, just couldn't do it there. To P11. So Grosjean goes very slow. We're gonna possibly get him into the penultimate corner down inside this fast corner there. Up into P10, and points are ensued now. So for now on, we're up into P6 after the pit stops have been made, and now we're entering for our own pit stop there. Run a little bit wider, push a lot into the pit stop in order to not lose any time at all. Once again on the limit there, 80 kilometers. But as you saw there, my team is up into P5, so he can also get some very good points out of this race. It's like the car switches to this truck, so this truck switches to our car, so we're looking very nice if we get some points. Now we're under attack from Nico Hulkenberg. Exceeded truck limits there. This must be the first time that I exceeded truck limits. We're in the set of super softs, for anyone wondering, and we're getting stuff from Hulkenberg. So we're into P3. We're into P2 for anyone wondering. Ricciardo has pitted. We've overtaken him. Rain is coming down, and we're gonna go into the pit. But look at this, Daniel Ricciardo hasn't pitted. He isn't going into the pits as the rain comes very hardly down there, and I hopefully think that it is literally the time for Inters now. Yeah, I just couldn't drive. I just couldn't drive on the super softs. It is time for the Inters. There's no way. There's no time. Yeah, DRS disabled. There we go. There we go. That's the best move we have done. And now we've entered before Sainz, Ricciardo, and Hamilton. So P2 should be ours because we're gonna get a lot of time there on those guys. So P2 should be ours, guys, and this is going to be an amazing race. Yeah, I fucked it up. I'm sorry. I am sorry. We ended up P2 for Drake. I missed the podium. The fucking capture card that this PS4 has broke. Somehow the data has been deleted from the podium. I don't know. I literally don't know what happened, but From 20 points to 38 points, 80 plus points into the driver standings. My teammate did get 8 points out of this race. Just an amazing race for the Renault team. The car treated our car, and I don't know how happy to be about that. Like now we're also 5th in the constructor standings, so we're just 6 points behind Williams. But awesome race, helped us both in the driver standings and the constructor standings. Sorry about missing the podium. It just wasn't my fault. I pressed the button to record it, but it just didn't work. I don't know why. I just don't know. I'm so sorry about that. I hope it's not gonna happen ever again. But tomorrow it's going to be another race. This next time for tomorrow, only one race. But that was it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, follow Twitter and Instagram. Ask me anything you ask, fam. Sorry about missing it. I just don't know how to. I'm so embarrassed. But see you tomorrow for another episode. Goodbye.